Hello everyone, I'm back again with another video, and today we are looking at the 2013 flagships with the 2014. That's the Note 3, LG G2 and the Xperia Z2. Let me quickly run through these specifications. This is a Snapdragon 800 with 3 gigs of RAM and a 5.7-inch Full HD AMOLED display. This is a Snapdragon 800, 2 gigs of RAM, 32 GB onboard storage, with a 5.2-inch IPS display. This is a Snapdragon 801 with 3 gigs of RAM, 5.2-inch IPS display. This comes with a 3200 mAh battery. This comes with a 3000 mAh battery, and this comes with a 3200 mAh battery. These both are the 2013 flagships, and this is 2014 flagships from Sony. Although these three devices are still hot in the market, G2 is fading out because of the new arrival of G3. But let's do a quick comparison. Like I said, LG G2 being 2 gigs of RAM, let's leave that aside for now, and let's do a boot test for Note 3 and the Z2 because they are 3 gigs of RAM. So I'm going to do it on the count of 1, 2 and 3. Looks like Note 3 is pretty fast, even though it's a Snapdragon 800. So in this, Note 3 wins in the boot test. Let's look at the camera load times. Both about the same, not a big difference. I think because you're seeing here a bit brighter because of the brightness. Let me adjust the brightness here as well. Right, okay, so we have a bit of brightness on both. Let's close this as well. Okay, now let's boot up the LG as well. And the unique thing of LG was the back button layout. They've got the and the OIS. But although the OIS was a problem on the G2 because of it being very slow in autofocusing and capturing an image. So now I'm going to leave all the three cameras on autofocus, as in the auto mode, and see how we could do the capturing. Okay, this is on auto mode, just to make sure. Yeah, this is on auto. Let's check this one. This is on auto as well. So let's say I'm gonna focus the Z2 itself to take a photo. Let's see how quickly it can take. Let's see if everything is actually auto here. Okay, yeah, it looks like it is. Change this and then go back to auto. Okay, so now we're in auto mode. I'm gonna click. That's quick. Now let's do it on the G2 and see. It's quite quick. see it on the Z2. It is on the superior auto mode. Let's take an image. That's fine as well, not a problem. Now the one, I wouldn't say one, but the unique features of these phones are, this has that knock on and knock off, so you knock it and you knock, it actually wakes up. Now this doesn't have a knock off, but this is a knock on. You could always get an app from the Play Store to close your screen or lock your screen by tap, but this definitely has the same feature as a tap to wake. Note 3 doesn't have that, so at the moment no. But the unique feature of the Note 3 is definitely the S Pen. Although I don't see using this feature quite often. Probably just an excitement when you get the phone initially that you want to do the usage of the pen, but otherwise in a day-to-day usage I don't think this is really used that much. But maybe just to take screenshots and then a quick note is always, yeah, is quite helpful. Now on the other hand, let's look at quickly the viewing angles of all these devices now that we have that in the full brightness. Head-on looks great. At extreme angle still looks great. Still the colors don't fade. That's good. The G2 looks great. Looks great. No problems. No problems. No problems. Yeah, no problems. Look at the Note 3. Great, looks great, looks great, no problem, no problem. But when you go up quite at this angle, you tend to get things a little bit blurry. I think that's one of the things that AMOLED has. You cannot see at extreme viewing angles like the IPS. The AMOLEDs cannot display at that level of an angle. So that's usually not common with IPS, but it's a common thing with the AMOLED displays. Now this is a 5.7 inch phone. When you actually look at the Z2, I'm just going to stack it up next to each other. Exactly. Is it tad bit tall? It's probably about a 0.2 to 0.3 mm larger, but this is a 5.2 inch, this is a 5.7 inch, so the Z2 has a bit of an extra bezel here on top and bottom. Probably this is to accommodate the bigger battery and the waterproofingness, as you have the flaps and but overall Z2 feels great in hand because of the premium glass at the back and in the front, but the black, especially black back, gets really fingerprint magnet. You touch it, you need to always keep wiping and things like that. On the other hand, Note 3 had a new style of back cover, which is the fake leather finish. It's quite nice, not really good, but not really bad either. It's a welcome thing for Note 3 because of the previous plastic iterations that had also the fingerprint problem. But this one looks fine with the leather finish. But again, these are plastic, so a small ding, it definitely dents or scratches very easily. LG, totally plastic, and again, like I said, this is a fingerprint magnet. You get a lot of fingerprints picked up on the back, and it's a sealed unit as well. Like the Z2, the battery is sealed, so it's a non-removable battery, but it's quite nice and quite slim and quite thin, quite short. If you see, let me stack these two up next to each other. If you see, this is quite small, but still both boast the same display, 5.2 inch. LG continues to shorten the bezels on the phones. Very narrow bezels here, nearly zero. If you see, it's nearly zero. There's nothing. So that's the beauty of LG. Always they provide brilliant display panels. Another thing good about this Z2 is that the camera is a 20.7 megapixel camera, and you have got a dedicated camera button mode. We don't see this quite often in handsets these days. It especially helps in taking photos, especially selfies, because sometimes you can't hold like this and do this. So the best thing is to just hold it like this and then do a click. It's much nicer. Whereas on the G2 you could use the volume button at the back, easier, like this, or you do a normal one like this. That's your choice. Note 3 has something interesting. Samsung knows it's quite a huge phone, so it's quite difficult to take photos like this. So they have even the option of voice activation. So I'm not sure if that would work on this video right now. Let me try. Turn on the voice control. So there you go. So let's say I'm just going to hold the camera like this, and then I'm going to say shoot. You see that? Capture. Cheese. So all these commands can be used much easier. So let's say you keep the phone on a tripod, or you just keep the phone adjusted somewhere, and then you go sit back and then just shout out cheese or click or capture. It just takes the pics. That's a handy feature. Samsung always puts in a lot of software features on their phone, even though many people don't use it day to day, but still you've got a lot of features. Some are handy, some are just probably show off. So that's one of the things Samsung always does. They bloat their phones with heavy customization. Usually Samsung and LG follow a similar pattern of their designs. If you really observe closely, they have the same type of layout as contacts, phone, contacts, internet messaging, and then the thing where they have widgets as a separate tab. Even they have widgets as a separate tab. So usually Samsung and LG, the Optimus UI and the TouchWiz are quite similar. So anyone coming from an LG can switch to Samsung, and Samsung to LG quite easily. But anyone coming from a Nexus is probably more happy to go to Sony, because they again have a nearly close to stock experience. Just simple app drawer and then just a widget, and no bloatware really. Sony standard photos, the Walkman, album, movies, and the PlayStation app in all their phones. So that's a common thing that they do. Apart from that, they don't really put in much of a skin. So it's basically close to stock Android. So alright folks, that was a quick video of 3 phones comparisons. Do leave a thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Thanks and bye.